Welcome to King Online Trading School. If this is your first time you'll be watching this video or any of our videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon. So if you are into Forex trading, binary option, crypto trading and stock, this is a channel you definitely want to subscribe to. We have a lot of quality video content that can help you a lot. So feel free to browse through our channel and don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the bell icon so that you can be notified anytime we upload any new video. And for those who really want to join us on Telegram, there is a link down in the description. Make sure you join us on Telegram. Every Sunday we'll be organizing training on Forex, crypto or binary. So make sure you join us on Telegram. There you have more information and access to the Zoom link. All right. So guys, I'm super excited to be here with you guys. For those who are watching this analysis for the first time, what you are looking right in front of you is called the King strategy. This strategy is a combination of moving averages, stochastic, and RSI. Okay, and if you want to learn more about this strategy, make sure you watch this video to the end. We have a whole lot of video content that can help you get better with this strategy, and this strategy has between 75 to 85% win rate if you follow the trading conditions accordingly. And I want to congratulate those who have been following this analysis for quite some time. You definitely must have made good profits. All right, so and we also have a video on how you can use this strategy with sniper entry. This is a very good video you don't want to miss out with. So guys, let's get started with this week analysis. This week analysis is between June 6th to Monday June 6th to Friday June 10th 2022, Monday June 6th to Friday June 10th 2022. All right, we have a whole lot of signals. We have a whole lot of signals in place for us. So this week is going to be a whole lot of it's going to be jam-packed with a whole lot of profit. So the first pair I'm going to take a look at right here is AUD USD. So AUD USD according to this strategy, and before I move further, let me quickly make this known to those who are new that we take our entry on H1, which is 1 hour, and we use 4 hours as the picture time frame. And of course, we analyze from the weekly down to 1 hour. So based on H1 and H4, this pair is currently buy bias. So going to the weekly time frame, we see the weekly candle close in green with a touch of the 120 moving average. So we may likely see some kind of move, right? And if that happens, we expect this to push up to this yellow resistance right here, which is at 0.77456. All right, so going into the daily time frame, we see this is currently sitting at the daily resistance right here, and the daily candle close in red, so which means we may likely see reversal right here or a pullback. Then thereafter this level will get broken. So that's what we are waiting for. We're going to wait to see how this level is going to be taken out before we make our huge decision. And if that level get broken out, we'll be heading on to the yellow resistance. So going into the entry time frame, the pullback has happened on the lower time frame. If the cross happens to the upside, it's going to be a good trade to pick a buy. All right, so and our first profit is right at this blue resistance. If that level get broken, we'll be heading on to the yellow resistance. So if this happens, this is going to be a buy. So AUD USD, look out for a buy. AUD USD, look for a buy. AUD NZD, according to H1 and H4, is currently buy bias. So the weekly candle, we see this close in massive bullish engulfing. So this tells us that more upside is going to come. All right. So going into the weekly time frame, we see this is where we can find the weekly target right here at the yellow resistance at 1.1275. That's going to be our weekly target. Of course, price may not get to that resistance in 1 week, but that is our overall target for this pair. So going to our daily candle, we see the daily candle close in green with some kind of indecision. So right here, we expect this to also push up to this resistance right here, at this resistance, at the blue resistance at 1.1103. All right, so that's going to be the daily target for AUD and ZD. So going back to the entry time frame, we've seen the pullback has happened. If the cross happens to the upside, this is going to be a good one to look out for a buy. So look out for a buy and take your first profit before the blue resistance at 1.1103. And if that level get broken, we'll be heading on to the yellow resistance. So AUD NZD, this is also a good one to look out for a buy. AUD Swiss franc. AUD Swiss franc, according to H1 and 4, we are currently buy bias. So going to the weekly time frame, we see the weekly candle close in green. So this tells us that more upside is likely going to come. So our weekly target for AUD Swiss franc is found right at this yellow resistance at 0.7077. All right, so the daily candle, we see the daily candle close in red. So this is an inside back candlestick pattern, where we may likely see some kind of pullback on lower time frame before the push up can happen. So our daily target for AUD Swiss franc is found right at this blue resistance at 0.7022. So going into the entry time frame, we see the pullback has already happened. Okay, so anytime the cross happen between the blue and yellow moving average to the upside, it's going to be a good one to look out for a buy, and the first profit should be taken before the blue resistance, which is at 0.7022. All right, so if that level get broken, we're going to be targeting the higher resistance, which is the yellow. So AUD Swiss franc, this is a good setup to look out for a buy. So look out for a buy on AUD Swiss franc. AUD Jpy. AUD Jpy, according to H1 and H4, is currently buy bias. So on the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle closed in green, coupled with a bullish momentum candlestick pattern. So right here, we expect AUD Jpy to push up to this yellow resistance, and that's going to be our weekly target before any significant reversal can happen. And that target is at 95.70. That's going to be our weekly target. So the daily candle, we've seen the daily candle close as an inside back candlestick. So this signifies that we may likely see a pullback on the lower time frame before the push up. As we can see right here, the daily resistance has been broken, so which leaves this pair for more upside. All right, so going into our entry time frame, we definitely want to wait for this pullback to happen right here. Wait for the pullback to happen, and once the pullback happens, take your buy entry to the upside, and the target is going to be at the yellow resistance, which is at 95.70. All right, so AUD Jpy, this is also a good one to look out for a buy. AUD Jpy, look out for a buy. CAD Swiss franc, according to H1 and 4, is currently buy bias. So the weekly candle closed in green. So this is an evidence that we may likely see some kind of push up, as this is coming closer to a good area. So our weekly target for this is at 0.7805. That's going to be our weekly target. All right, so and our daily target is found right at this level right here, and we can see the daily candle also close in green. So this tells us that we should expect more upside, and our daily target is found right at this blue blue resistance at 0.7700. So going to the entry time frame, pullback is what we need to wait for. Once the pullback happens, we cash the buy entry to the upside, and the first profit should be taken before the blue resistance. And if that level get broken, we are heading on to the yellow resistance. So CAD, Swiss franc, this is also a good one to look out for a buy. Swiss franc JPY. Swiss franc JPY is currently bias according to H1 and 4. So going to the entry, the weekly time frame, we see this close in the in green. So this is also a momentum candlestick pattern right here, which tells us that we should expect more upside right here. So our weekly target is a long journey right here, as you can see, which is at the yellow resistance at 151.22. Obviously, price may take several weeks before it get to that level, because that is where we can find the weekly resistance coupled with the monthly resistance. So right here, our target for the next one right here on the daily is found right at this level right here at the top blue resistance right here at 138.33. All right, so that's going to be our daily target for that. Obviously, price may just take 1 week to get to that level right here. So guys, this sorry about that. So wait for the pullback to happen right here and take your buy entry to the upside. So our overall weekly target is found right at this blue resistance at 138.33. All right, so this is going to be a good one to look out for, is a buy. Swiss franc JPY, look out for a buy. CAD JPY, according to H1 and 4, we are currently bias. So going to the entry, the weekly candles, the weekly time frame, we see the weekly candle close in green with bullish momentum candle. So our weekly target is found right at this yellow resistance at 106.24. All right, so going to the daily time frame, we've seen the daily resistance has been broken right here, which leaves this pair for more upside to come. So go into the daily to entry time frame, which is H1. Wait for this pullback to happen, right? Wait for this pullback to happen, then catch your buy entry to the upside. All right, so CAD JPY, a good one to look out for a buy. Look out for a buy on CAD JPY. Euro AUD, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell biased. So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close in red. All right, so this is kind of range in the last, it has been ranging the last couple of weeks. So we expect this pair to actually move down to this yellow support right here at 1.4339. All right, so going to the daily time frame, we see the daily time frame close in green. So this is a bullish momentum candlestick pattern. So this may signify a reversal on the lower time frame before the drop, and this is right here is our daily target at 1.4624. okay, going to the entry time frame. Okay, we've seen the pullback right here. If the cross happens right at this junction, this is going to be a good one to look out for a sell, and the profit should be taking the first profit right here at the blue support, and if that level get broken, we are heading on to the yellow support. So Euro AUD, take a sell. It's also a good one to look out for a sell. Euro AUD, look for a sell. Euro CAD, according to H1 and 4, it is currently sell bias. It's currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. So going to the weekly time frame, we've seen the weekly candle close in red. So we expect this pair to at least move a little bit further towards this yellow support at 1.3390 before we can see any potential reversal right there. So right now, the daily candle also closed as an inside bar. All right, so this is expected to see that something is likely going to drop right here to this level. Okay, so right here we may see that this is going to drop right to this daily support right here at 1.3449. All right, this is going to be our daily support. Sorry about that, guys. Internet fluctuated. So, guys, so on Euro card, you should look out for a sell. This is going to be a good one to look out for a sell. So you obviously want to wait for the pullback to happen. Wait for the pullback to happen, then take your sell. The first profit should be taken right before this support right here, before the daily support. So if that level get broken, then we'll be heading on to the yellow support. So this is going to be a good one to look out for a sell as well. So Euro card, look out for a sell. Euro JPY. Euro JPY, according to H1 and 4, is currently buy bias. So going into the weekly time frame, we've seen this is currently this close in green, and also this is also a momentum candle. This signifies more upside on this pair. So we can actually say that expect this pair to pull up to the yellow resistance. All right, and obviously this is going to be may take 2 weeks or 3 weeks for price to get to this area, but this is going to the momentum will also determine that. So let's go into the daily time frame. The daily time frame, we can see the daily candle also close in green, and we can see this has already closed right above this high right here. So which tells us that we should expect more upside on this pair. So all we need to do is just to go into the entry time frame, which is H1. Wait for that significant pullback to happen right here, guys. Wait for the pullback to happen, then take your buy entry to the upside and take several profit before it gets to the destination right here. All right, Euro JPY, this is a good one to look out for a buy. Look out for a buy on Euro JPY. Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD, according to H1 and 4, this is currently buy bias. All right, so the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close as an inside bar. This tells us that we may likely see some kind of reversal on the lower time frame. All right, so let's see. But our weekly target for this is found right at this yellow resistance at 1.0954. All right, so the daily candle, we see the daily candle close in the in the in red. So we also expect this to also push up a little bit. So here is our daily resistance right at the blue resistance at 1.0781. Okay, so going into the entry time frame, we've seen the pullback has happened right here. Once the cross happens to the upside, this is going to be a good one to look out for a buy. Take your first profit before this resistance, and the overall weekly profit should be taken right at this at the yellow resistance at 1.0954. All right, so Euro USD, this is a good one to look out for a buy. Euro USD, look out for a buy. Euro GBP, according to H1 and 4, is currently buy bias. So going into the entry time frame, the weekly time frame, we've seen this close in green, and also this is also a bullish momentum candle. So we expect upside to definitely come right on this pair. So right, we expect this to push up to this yellow resistance, which is going to be the weekly target at 0.8665. All right, so the daily candle also closed in green, and this is also a bullish momentum candle. So we are very sure and we are very optimistic rather that this is going to push up. All right, so our daily target for this is found rather this blue resistance at 0.8621. So going into the daily time frame, we'll wait for the pullback to happen. All right, going into the entry time frame, wait for the pullback to happen, and cash the buy on its way up and take the first profit before the blue resistance at 0.8621. All right, and if that level get broken, we'll be heading on to the yellow resistance. This is also a very good trade setup to look out for a buy. Euro GBP, look out for a buy. GBP AUD, according to H1 and H4, is currently sell bias. So go into the weekly time frame. We see the weekly time frame close in red. Okay, we expect more downside to come. All right, so our target for this is found right at this level right here, but that's going to be a long journey for price to push up to this level. But before that happens, we need to see price close below this level right here, below this blue support, which is going to be the daily support. So right here, this is the daily support, and we expect price to push down to take that level out. So, but we're going to see what price is going to do. So the daily candle close in green. So we expect pullback to happen on lower time frame before the cross to the downside. All right, so if it happens this way, this is going to be a good one to look out for a sell. Then the first profit should be taken before the blue supports at 1.7186. all right, so and if that level gets taken out, we'll be heading on to the yellow support below. So this is also a good one to look out for a sell. GBP AUD, look out for a sell. GBP chef, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias. The weekly candle closed in red. So this is currently sitting at a good support right here. So we expect more downside to come. Okay, so we expect this to push down to this yellow support in the next weeks to come at 1.1690. So the daily candle also closed in red. Okay, and this is also a prime bar, which signifies more downside right on this pair. So our daily target for this is found right at this support at 1.1972. So going into the entry time frame, we've seen the cross has happened. So we expect this to keep pushing down. You may wait for pullback to happen right here. All right, then take your sell entry towards the blue support. I hope that is very, very clear. So this will be a good one. The next one I'll talk about right here is GBP CAD. So GBP CAD, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle closed in massive red candle. This is also a momentum candle. Obviously, this is going to keep pushing down the next 1 week or a few weeks to come. So our weekly target for this is found right at this yellow support at 1.5287, right? So the daily candle, we also see this close in red. This is also a bearish momentum candle, so more downside is expected to come. As we can see, this daily support has been broken, so it leaves this pair to keep pushing down. So on the entry time frame, which is H1, let's wait for this pullback to happen right here. Wait for the pullback to happen. Okay, then cash the sell entry to the downside and take several profit before it gets to the yellow support below. All right, so this is also a very good trade to look out for a sell. GCAD, look out for a sell. GBP Jpy, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close in green. So this is also a bullish momentum candle. We expect this to push up to the tips of this resistance at 168.42. So the daily candle, we see the daily candle close with some rejection. All right, so but nevertheless, this is signifying some kind of pullback on lower time frame. As you can see, the pair is currently sitting at the daily resistance right here. So we expect pullback to happen before it gets broken towards the weekly target. So the daily coming to the entry time frame, wait for this pullback to happen. Wait for it to happen and take the profit right, take the buy entry and take your first profit before the blue resistance right here, and your overall profit before the yellow resistance. All right, so this is also a good one to look out for a buy. GBP Jpy, look out for a buy. GBP NZD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. So going through the weekly time frame, we see the weekly candle close in red. So this is likely going to keep pushing down towards the yellow support at 1.8838. So going into the daily candle, we see the daily candle close in green. So this is signifying some kind of pullback on the lower time frame. So we expect this level to get touched before the significant reversal can happen. So we will see how price is going to react to that. So going into the entry time frame, we've seen the pullback has happened. The cross is already happening. Once the market opens up, this may be a good one to look out for a sell without gap in the market. So the first target should be taken right at this support right here, the blue support, while the overall weekly target is found right at this yellow support. This is also a good one to look out for a sell. GBP NZD, look out for a sell. NZD Jpy, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias. The weekly candle closed in green, and this is also a bullish momentum candlestick pattern, which signifies more upside on this pair. So our weekly target for this is found right at this yellow resistance at 87.27, right? So the daily candle, we see the daily candle close as an inside buy. This is signifying some kind of pullback on lower time frame, and more so we can see this pair is sitting right at the daily resistance, so which signifies pullback is going to happen right here, all right, before we can see more break to the upside. So NZD Jpy, look out for a buy. NZD Jpy, look out for a buy. This is also a good one to look out for a buy. So the next pair I want to talk about is NZD CAD. NZD CAD, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias, right? So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close and in red. Okay, this is not a perfect bearish moment, bearish engulfing, but this is also a bearish momentum candle, so which tells us that we should look for more downside. So we expect this pair to touch the yellow support at 0.8021 on the weekly. All right, so while the daily candle, we see the daily candle close as a perfect bearish engulfing, so we expect this to push down towards this blue support at 0.8095. So going back to H1, which is our entry time frame, so wait for this pullback to happen and catch the sell entry to this downside, and the first profit should be taken right before the blue support right here. And if that level get broken, we're heading on to the yellow support. So this is also a good one to look out for a sell. NZD CAD, look out for a sell, right? So the next one I talk about is USD CAD. USD CAD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close in red. So we expect this to keep pushing down based on the law of supply and demand. We expect this to push down a little bit more towards this yellow support right here at 1.2397, right? So going to the daily time frame, we see this, the daily candle close as an inside back candlestick, so we expect more downside. This is actually not a perfect inside back candlestick pattern, right? But we expect more downside to come. This is signifying a pullback on the lower time frame. So before going to the entry time frame, this is our daily target right here at this blue support at 1.24558, right? So the entry on the entry time frame, the pullback has already happened. Wait for this to happen further, or take your sell the moment the cross happens to the downside. So this is also going to be a good one to look out for a sell. USD CAD, look out for a sell. The last one we'll talk about right is USD Jpy. So USD Jpy, according to H1 and 4, is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle close in green. This is a perfect bullish momentum candlestick. So we expect more upside to come right on this pair. No doubt about that. We expect more upside to come. So you can see this is going to be a long journey for price to get to this yellow resistance. As you can see, this is also the monthly target at 143.50, right? It may take several weeks or months before price get to that level. So going to our going to the daily time frame, we see the candlestick also close with bullish momentum candlestick. So we expect price to touch the tip of this resistance before the reversal. So this is going to be our daily target at 131.21. All right, so going to the entry time frame, we wait for the pullback to happen right here. Wait for the pullback to happen. Catch the buy entry to the upside. Take the first profit before the blue resistance at 131.21. And if that level get broken, then we'll be patient to catch the upper move. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. USD Jpy, look out for a buy. So let's make a quick recap. On the pairs we have analyzed. So AUD USD, look for a buy. AUD NZD, look for a buy. AUD Swiss franc, look for a buy. AUD JPY, buy. CAD Swiss franc, buy. Swiss franc JPY, buy. CAD JPY, look for a buy. Euro AUD, sell. Euro CAD, sell. Euro JPY, buy. Euro USD, buy. Euro GBP, buy. GBP AUD, sell. GBP Swiss franc, sell. GBP CAD, sell. GBP JPY, buy. GBP NZD, sell. NZD JPY, buy. NZD CAD, sell. USD CAD, sell. USD JPY, buy. And the strong currencies as at this moment are AUD is strong, CAD is also strong, and the weak ones I can be able to spot based on this strategy is that JPY is weak, GBP is weak, and NZD is also weak. Okay, so guys, this is what I have for you, and remember, you should trade according to this strategy. Watch this video to the end. Watch the video that teaches more about this strategy, parameters, and the trading conditions. Trust me, you are going to be more profitable if you take your time to study this very well. So this is all I have for you guys. If you are yet to subscribe, make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon. Join us on Telegram or WhatsApp. There's a link there in the description for more content and a lot of goodies ahead. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Happy trading and have a lovely week ahead. Bye bye for now and God bless.